Welcome back to the Gillen Markets British Open 2025. What a fantastic rendition of that poem by Michael Absalom. It is absolutely heaving here at the Rhett Theatre, and I'm here in the studio with Lisa Aiken. Lisa, what a terrific venue, what a wonderful week, and we have got two belting matches coming up very shortly.
Joey, when squash meets theatre, it absolutely kicks off. It's been an incredible week of squash here for the very prestigious British Open. We're down to the wire now. We've got the best two players in both the men's and the women's final. It's going to be a cracker.
This is the Diamond event, the second of the season, a new status for the most historic event on the tour, and it really does live up to it. The presentation for this event, as we've been saying all week, is second to none, raising the bar for all the other events.
It certainly is. The stage is set. As I said, when squash meets theatre, it kicks off, it's popping, and these two trophies here are waiting in the wings for two of these four players, and I cannot wait for these finals.
Well, let's have a look at this order of play. There's some serious pedigree. We've got Nouran Gohar, who's the current world #1, playing the world champion, and #2 seed Nour ElSherbini. And then the men's, the current world champion and world #1, playing the former world champion and former world #1, Diego Elias. Now, I mean, these two are obviously very, very heavyweights of the men's game, and the last time they met was actually at the TOC in January, so it's quite exciting that we get to see them a few months down the line.
In my opinion, we're seeing the best two players in the world right now. Their form, their consistency showed that. Diego Elias has blown out the water any speculation that he's under the weather, if you like, in terms of his form. Mustafa Sal living up to that expectation of being the world #1. That pressure of being top of the tree hasn't seemed to bother him at all. He's got big boots to fill. They've all big boots to fill. Ali Farag retiring now. So yeah, in my opinion, the best two men's players here in the men's final.
Well, talking of big boots to fill, check out this for a previous history of these two women in the final. Nour ElSherbini and Gohar first doing battle in the final back in 2016, and then the dominance, the sole non-Egyptian that's been involved is Camille Serm. And then Raneem Al-Walili, one of the very, very greats of the modern game, losing out in that final in 2018. I mean, that is staggering. You're looking at just under a decade of Egyptian dominance in the women.
Egyptian dominance, Joey, but Nouran Gohar and Nour ElSherbini dominance. I mean, 2016 was the first time that Nour ElSherbini got to world #1. Since then, she spent 4 months not ranked 1 or 2, and that is it. That is ridiculously incredible. And then 2016, the first time that these two met in the British Open final. So not only is it dominance in terms of the top of the game, it's dominance also in terms of this event. Now, we've seen legends here all week joining us in the studio and in the crowd, and they say that this event, they used to think this was the World Championship. It was all about the British Open, and the fact that these two players have dominated the tour and this event for the last decade, as you said, is simply incredible.
Well, what we have here with the extensive careers already of these two is what we witnessed yesterday, is both of them playing probably their best squash that we've seen. I mean, that is something else. It's not kind of hanging on and getting through. They both stepped up in that semi-final, and they gave their relative opponents a bit of a lesson, really.
Yeah, they did. They're leaving it best to last, in my opinion. The way that they both went about and played the semi-final is the best I've seen them play all season.
Who are you going for?
I wrote Sherbini off at the World Championships, and I've lived with the regret ever since. I'm going to go with the winner of the World Championships, which was Nour ElSherbini, the #2 in the world, 3 games to 2.
Brilliant. Can't wait. We're now going to get cracking with the fabulous Michael Absalom to bring the players onto court here at Birmingham.
Thank you very much, Joey. Thank you very much, Lisa. Yes, we're ready and raring to go here. It is day 9, finals day of the Gillen Markets British Open 2025. It all boils down to this: 2 great finals to bring you, starting with the women's final. That'll be followed by the men's final, and plenty of entertainment in between. So let's brace ourselves. Players are about to enter. We know what happens from here. So let's hear it from the #2 seed, the world #2. We know her as the Terminator. Oh, sorry, it's Nour ElSherbini. The Warrior Princess! Easy to get those 2 mixed up. Yeah, 8-time world champion. And her opponent today, the current world #1, the #1 seed, the defending champion, Nouran Gohar!
of Egypt taking on Nour ElSherbini of Egypt. I'm Lisa Aitken, and joining me for the women's final, David Campion. Good afternoon, Camps.
Good afternoon, Lisa.
We are seeing these two players on top of the tree for nearly a decade now. This woman here, 8-time world champion, the newly crowned world champion, the number 2 seed in world number 2. And she's had an incredible event here. It's the end of the season. She's had a number of events in the tanking camps. The way that she's been going about the business with her variation and her deception is very impressive.
Yeah, look, it's the right final. We've got the best, like you said, the best 2 players in the world. Really looking forward to this one. And I just remember from last year, Lisa, you know, 3-2, Gohar took the 2-love lead. You never write this lady off. She is a warrior princess. Really excited about this.
Olivia Weaver coming up against Nour ElSherbini again, but unable to get over the line for the 14th time in a row there. 29 years of age now, as I said, 8-time world champion. Won her 8th title just a couple of weeks ago in Chicago. She's currently the world number 2 due to the dominance of Nouran Gohar, our opponent here today. The greatest of all time in terms of the women's game. The highest win percentage there on the tour in total, nearly 82%. Her coach, Gregory Gaultier, a former world number 1 himself from France, based now in Prague, has a number of players under his wing on the professional game. What an incredible setting here. When squash meets theatre, Camps, it kicks off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a truly wonderful arena. You know, I love the seating arrangement. I mean, look at that. There's not a seat left in the house. Wonderful scenes here at the Rep Theatre.
Nouran Gohar, she is the current world number 1. She's the 2024 world champion. Lost in the semi-final this year. She's the number 1 seed here. She's the defending British Open champion. Amina Orfi is 17-year-old up-and-coming, already ranked 5 in the world, and she completely destroyed her, Camps. The variation, the subtleties that she's got in her game now.
Yeah, and you see from these clips, Lisa, look at this, how the height, the lifting, the short work, the hold. You know, she's really added these layers to her game, and it's going to be a really exciting comparison with Sherbini today, because this is what Sherbini does so well.
So just 11-2 in that third game. We expected a closer affair between these two, but all credit to Nouran Gohar. She played, in my opinion, the best squash we've seen all season. It's all coming together. Working now with Zach Alexander, a former professional himself from Australia, based over on the east coast of America. 34 titles from 60 finals, just still quite young, 27 years of age. Feels like she's been around for a number of decades now, nearing the 500 matches in her career on the PSA Squash Tour. Also coached by Hytham Efat. But that is Zach Alexander, and he's been here with her for the last few tournaments, travelling all the way from America to be in her corner. Hitting partner over the years, newly promoted to coach. Well, Camps, these two have played a number of times on the PSA Squash Tour. Last time they met was 3-1, but that head-to-head in favour there of ElSherbini.
Yeah, look heavily on that, but you know, if you look at what's happened over the last, they played 11 times last year. They've competed in every major final, and it's 6-5 to Gohar.
One of the world's most prestigious events, this British Open, and this is what's at stake for one of these champions here today. The trophies waiting in the wings on stage. Roman Speck is the match referee for this one, with Jason Foster in the video referee seat. And the longest match these two have played in 96 minutes. Unsure we're going to get that type of time frame tonight. Who knows? Gregory Gaultier just getting some last words of advice. reiterating the plan. Same with Zach Alexander.
Final words from Gregory Gaultier here. A lot of it is just reassurance at this stage.
Gillen Markets British Open 2025 women's final match. Nouran Gohar of Egypt to serve, Nour ElSherbini of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games, love all.
Well, the curtain is up and the stage is set. Which one will become the British Open champion 2025?
Well, I do remember the final last year, Lisa. 91 minutes in favour of Gohar, which is almost, well, very close to their all-time longest of 96 minutes, like we alluded to. Haven't played this year so far.
2-love.
Interestingly, Gohar took a 2-love lead last year, playing very well. I remember Sherbini wasn't quite usual kind of accuracy and level of play, and then, you know, I think we commentated together, Lisa, and we said about, you just don't write her off. She's such a big player in big finals like this. And yeah, she came back, but unfortunately for her, on that occasion, it wasn't enough, losing 11-4 in the 5th.
I mean, you literally cannot ever write off Nour ElSherbini. We've seen her injured. She had back spasm in Tournament of Champions, was strapped heavily across the lower back, could barely move, and somehow managed to find a way to win. That was another final between these two.
So as a player on the female tour, Lisa, how do you think these girls will be feeling right now in this a big final like this?
They will be nervous, no matter how many finals they've played, how many times they've been on the big stage now. I mean, we spoke about it in the studio. They've been competing at the top of the game since 2016. It was the first final that they played here at the British Open, showing incredible level of dominance. But of course they'll be nervous. There's a lot at stake. Nour ElSherbini's coming in as the current world champion, but Gohar's the world #1. And you said it, the most recent head-to-head is 6-5 in favour of Gohar. Not that Sherbini will be thinking of that, but she'll want to end this season and round it off nicely and get the win.
Yeah, and I think as you're talking about the nerves, yeah, it's a human emotion. All these best players in the world, they still feel it. I think the difference, what separates these players, such as these two, the champions, is that they don't stay there too long. They know how to deal with it. You know, they see it as a privilege. It's an honour. You know, where would you rather be in this final, competing, or not good enough and watching it on Squash TV? So they know how to deal with it. That's what separates these players.
Business as soon as that door closes, isn't it?
5-2.
I mean, we've had 5-time world champion Sarah Fitzgerald in the crowd with us, inducted into the Hall of Fame last night. PSA Awards. She won this event twice, and she said it felt like she treated it as the World Championships.
Yeah, it's got such rich history, hasn't it? And, you know, we heard Jonah Barrington talking about it as well, and it's you know, it really is the Wimbledon of squash.
In terms of the current form, the current level of these two, in my opinion, both semi-finals that they had was the best display of their squash in their form all season. The way that they got through their opponents. It's ruthless.
Yeah, impressive form from both. It's a good start by Sherbini. Meliland seems quite short here, Lisa.
7-3.
Raced away to a 7-3 lead with not much time elapsed.
We often say that these shorter rallies, a more broken up type of play, suits Nour ElSherbini. Gohar in the past has liked to make things quite physical and lengthy, draw her opponent into more of a physical battle. As we said, though, always improving her squash, the subtleties, adding variation, so they're actually able to make it more about her squash than the physicality and the power. Obviously, the power is always unrelenting. It's always there in the hitting. Gohar. We talk more about the deception and the skill and the artillery that Sherbini's got in terms of options.
There was just enough interference to put her off balance. Yes, Slut. 7-3 from the left.
This is a great start, not just in terms of the score for ElSherbini, but
left.
I'd imagine that Gohar is going to be wanting to extend these rallies. You know, try and get Sherbini into some, you know, try and take that early sting, away from her.
Oh yes, that is incredible from Sherbini. Been volleying well this tournament.
8-3.
Cutting the ball off across the middle of the court.
Yeah, she dealt with that so well. She was almost off balance slightly. Just wonderful racket work.
Handout 4-8.
Sherbini's moved really well this tournament.
She's moved well. Her recovery off the ball in and out of the front two corners has been sublime. The best it has been all season. And also her volleying to match that. So she's pushing right up the court, trying to take the ball early, which is difficult to do with the pace that these players are playing. She'll almost not want it to be the off-season, I think, and just continue on this form.
That's a great boast.
Yeah, Gohar managing to expose the movement in the last few rallies with that boast.
Well, just taking it back a little here now. Needed to make a move at 7-3 down.
No lot. You through to play it. 7-8. Yeah, you through, you need to play that ball. 7-8.
So Roman Svek indicating that there was a line to the right, which you've got to accept some sort of minimal interference these days.
So to Gohar.
Oh, she's levelled up here. 8-all.
8-all.
Sherbini that came out of the blocks firing. Oh, that hold.
Superb that, Lisa, wasn't it?
She waited a week to hit that on the backhand side.
Handout 9-8.
Just completely taken the movement away. That's where the drop coming in slow and then the acceleration through the impact point. Just emphasise the follow through for length.
Much needed point for Nour ElSherbini. Business end now.
Handout 9-all.
Played so many great matches by these two, haven't they?
So many. Just looking through the history of it this morning.
Through to ElSherbini. Player review Gohar on a through decision.
So the first review.
Ms. Gohar, there is no need for any comments.
The overhead will be the best angle, Camps. Is that too much of a wraparound, or what are you thinking? Doesn't matter.
So to ElSherbini, decision upheld. Gohar has one review remaining.
So both players have two reviews at the start of the match.
10-9.
Gohar's used one and lost one, so she now just has one review remaining. Unless this goes to a fifth and final game, both players will have one.
I think this is significant for Sherbini now, because if she can convert this game ball, take the first game, I know it's been a close game in terms of scoreline, but it's not been hard physically. So this is a real benefit for Sherbini if she can convert this point.
Oh, it's an immaculate way of shot. A winner into the back of the court from Sherbini.
ElSherbini leads 1-0.
Massive first game in terms of momentum. Gohar was making her way back in there after a significant lead for ElSherbini. Ten minutes in duration. Nour ElSherbini, the number 2 seed, has a 1-game-to-love lead. She takes the first game 11-9.
Well, it was probably a nervous start for both players, understandably, but I just feel that, yeah, with that, Sherbini taking a commanding 7-3 lead, pegged back by Gohar in the latter stages, but yeah, just Sherbini looking really poised and relaxed. You know, she's playing really well here. The rally duration isn't long. This will certainly favour her, I feel, and yeah, that's a commanding first game opening lead for Sherbini to take her into his second game.
We'll resume in 60 seconds.
So Gregory Gaultier passing on some words. What do you think he'll be saying here to ElSherbini?
I think just a lot of reassurance. He knows she's playing well. She looks in a good place mentally, physically. She's moving very well. I think it's, you know, a lot of this between the games, it's just if something is happening that needs addressing, then yes, there's interference into that. But I think when you've got a player who's on a game like Sherbini is right now, I would say it's more about reassurance. Lisa, just reassurance and being positive. You know, continue on and persevere, persist. I think Greg does also like her to use the drop.
15 seconds.
So Nour ElSherbini, the world number 2, the current world champion, with a 1-game-to-love lead here. Gohar wasn't far away.
Leads
Certainly had more of the momentum at the second half of the game.
Love all. Down. Handout. 1 love.
Yeah, that won't phase Elisa. She takes us on for fun.
Not up.
Look straight back in again.
Handout. 1-all.
It's quite tough to imagine a tour without one of these players on it, isn't it? I was just thinking about the Ali Farag retirement. He dominated the men's game for such a long period of time, and as have these on the women's tour. To have a tour without them would be so strange.
Well, they set the bar, don't they? They set the standard for everybody else.
2-1.
Yeah, El Hammamy is you know, more recently working her way into that top bracket now, challenging, you know, beating, getting wins against them at this stage now, which is great.
Well, they're the exact reason why this is the first time these two have met this year. It's because of either Hani El Hammamy getting in the way or Amina Orfi. Contact there.
So to Gohar.
Yes, and Amina Orfi is a really exciting prospect. I mean, at 17 years of age, to be you know, reaching major semi-finals, you know, playing these guys on a frequent basis now. I mean, she is like the female Jahangir. Relentless pace, but you know, she will add. You know, she will add to a game. We'll see that coming in.
So to ElSherbini. Handout. 2-3.
Jahangir Khan, 5.5 years unbeaten on the men's tour.
I think it was 10 British Opens as well.
10.
Yes, lads. 2-3. You're still a little bit in the way. You're looking a little bit too much for your opponent. Yes, let's hand out 2-3 from the right box.
Well, we've got 6 British Opens between these two. 4 for Sherbini and 2 for Gohar. That's tight. Packed to the rafters. Just under 1,000 in this theatre. Not a bad seat in the house. Your wife on the front row, Camps?
Enjoying the squash. Yeah, competed to a good level herself, world number 15. England international for many years. Reached the quarter-final of the British Open, actually. Lost to Laura Massaro, 3-1.
There's some pretty impressive credentials.
But it's just so impressive how Sherbini just backs herself. You know, she makes an error and she'll go back in again. She just, it's that kind of resilient confidence, isn't it? You know you can play the shots, so go and play them.
No, lad.
Another immaculate line. Hitting a lot of winners into the back of the court,
5,
Sherbini. The damage
3.
comes from the hold. The position in the court's quite high. She holds the ball for a significant period of time, making Gohar stop with the movement. What about that?
Handout 4-5.
It was like a war cry, wasn't it? Trying to get herself fired up. So what we're seeing here is Sherbini using good height to good effect, trying to go over the Gohar volley. It's a tactic that these girls or these players use against each other sometimes, because the player that tends to win the match tends to win from the middle of the court, the middle and the front. You don't win matches from the back of the court. So if you can take your opponent away from the tee with good width, good length, that allows you central position, and that's typically where you win from.
Yes, lad. 5-all from the left.
Just a question, please.
No, there is no need for any questions. I need you to play. 5-all. From the left. 5-all. Still to Gohar. You okay, Miss ElSherbini? Throw to Gohar. 6-5. Down. 7-5.
Well, this is a good spell for Gohar to get a 2-love lead.
Up.
Now 23. At this midsection of the second game.
8-5.
Said she's read it, but there was a hold there, and I think it was a bit of a lucky guess for Sherbini. She's really developed that hold on the forehand side, Gohar.
Oh, that's a fantastic backhand drop from Gohar. 6 points on the bounce now.
Nine, 5.
Ridiculous movement from Gohar. Quick, stable, balanced.
Yes, slut, safety, yeah. From the left. 9, 5. No luck.
Stranded there, Nouran Gohar.
Handout.
Bit of a mountain to climb
6,
here
9.
for Nour ElSherbini. If anyone can rattle off some quick points, it's her. Just to find a way to close this gap.
So to ElSherbini.
Yeah.
Player review, Gohar on a stroke decision.
Back in it.
Gonna go to towel now. Court service, please.
I can't see this being overturned. What about you, Camps? Gohar using the remaining review.
Yeah, I was surprised she used it on that occasion. I mean, she only gets two reviews, Lisa, for the match. Renews again at the start of the 5th.
Didn't use her reviews well in her semi-final. That would be the only the only fault of that semi-final. Everything else was spotless.
Stroke to ElSherbini, decision upheld.
Maybe use it as a
Gohar
reset.
has no
As
reviews
a bit more
remaining.
momentum halter.
Yeah.
From the left, 7, 9.
Risky business, though. I mean, with these two histories, we've got plenty of squash left to play before the 5th game.
The battle for the tee here, Lisa.
There's that boast again, always catching Sherbini out. Gohar playing it at the right time.
Handout. 10, 7.
She's been pinned
Game
deep
ball.
several times with a quality of shot from Sherbini, but that boast is so damaging to the movement of Sherbini. 3 game balls for the Terminator. I didn't look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's called it. So 1 game ball saved. 2
Handout.
left for the world
8,
number 1.
10. Game ball. Yes, lads. 8, 10. Game ball.
Well, she's no reviews to use, even if she wanted to. Oh, that was a carry.
Stop, stop, stop. There was a double hit on your racket. Right, back.
It was clear as day. Massive deviation. The ball
9,
just
10.
staying on the racket
Game ball.
face of Nouran Gohar too long. Just 1 point away now, Camps. What did I say? If anyone is capable of closing a gap, it's Nour ElSherbini.
Yeah, ElSherbini, wasn't it? From 3-5 to 9-5. Sorry, Gohar.
Was that good? Was that good? That pick up?
Video referee decision on this Gohar appeal. Pickup.
ElSherbini just questioning the
Can we have a
pickup front
first
right.
video referee decision on pickup?
Yeah,
Front
we get a look
right
at this
corner.
now.
Worth a look, definitely.
Pickup of Miss Gohar, front right corner. Second last ball
Initially,
of the
I
rally.
thought perhaps a double bounce. Yeah,
Oh.
massive double. 1, and then 2. The ball can only bounce once in squash. So this will be point to Nour ElSherbini. The 3 game
Not
balls.
good. Point to
for Gohar
ElSherbini. 10 all.
Well, this
A
is
player
massive,
must win
Lisa.
by 2 points.
Oh, that is a shot and a half. It's not a drop, it's not a kill, it's deceptive and it's low.
11-10.
And it's a winner.
Game ball.
Fourth game ball. Yeah, Wallop into space. All about the power, and the power screen coming as well.
Game to Gohar.
Right into the ear of Sherbini.
1 game all.
Forehand hold coming in. Dragging the movement of Sherbini up the court or sending it south. 13 minutes. Nouran Gohar has equalised on the scoreboard. She takes the second game 12-10. Well, these two are finally poised here at 1-all. They have met several times here in the British Open. 6 finals here at the British Open. This goes back to 2016, so 9 years ago. And it went all the way to the wire as well. Nour ElSherbini there. That was the year she became world #1, taking her first British Open title. And then another final here in 2021 camp. So 2016 was the first one. We then had the postponement due to COVID in 2020. This was 21, again going all the way to the wire. And then 2023, another final between these two. Just 3-love this time. It was 11-1. This was the year she also won the World Championships coming in. And last year, the whopper of a final, 91 minutes. Nouran Gohar should just become the world champion.
And a lot of 3-2s in there, Lisa. These two are used to having battles. There's many tough battles between them.
So form showing that whoever wins the World Championships in the last 3 years will also come on and win the British Open. Will that happen today? Tied at 1-all. The world #1 and the world #2. Thick in battle.
1 game all.
For this British Open title.
Gohar to serve. Labo. So to ElSherbini. The ball came back to the middle. You're standing in the way to the ball. Hand out, 1 love.
I didn't ask you for a prediction, Camps.
Well, I think the way Gohar's been playing recently is, I think probably edge for slight favourite with her, but it's so difficult to back against Sherbini because she's just so capable of hitting winners, a run of winners. But it's a tough one to call with these two. It really is. I think the way Sherbini is looking right now, though, I think I'm going to go with Sherbini. It's been tough, but not brutal. I think that favours Sherbini. Not massive duration. She's so capable of just putting balls away from anywhere in the court, and so hard to play against.
2 love.
The way she plays squash, you can tell that the question in her head on every ball is, can I attack the front of the court here? Or how can I attack the front of the court here? And if the answer is I can't, it's an incredible weight of shot or width to the back, and then again resetting and looking for the next opportunity to attack. Not so much building, it's more just doing it straight off the bat. It's a difference between a lot of players who look to build the rally more using the base to the back with the deep shots.
Don't think Gohar's really properly got hold of Sherbini yet in this match. Been able to really accumulate and get her under pressure and get her reaching into the back corners with those powerful drives that she's so good at. And it was quite an unusual unforced error just on a straight drive, wasn't it?
Handout, 1-3. Nour ElSherbini. Handout, 4-1.
Oh dear. Accidental. Quite the tumble there from Sherbini.
Court service, please.
That was a big rally, Lisa.
No luck.
Big rally for both players.
You to the wrong line and then you were late. Yeah, I understand, but it was caused by you, by your wrong movement to the wrong side.
Well, you can see she's puffed. She needs to use this time to try and catch her breath. So she's been given the no let because initially she went to the wrong side. Then even if she could get it, Roman Speck's just saying that she created that interference by initially going the wrong way. I would have given a yes let. I think even if you go or sent the wrong way, doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to get the ball back. Yeah, it was just a line that she set off from by going the wrong way meant that there was interference.
Yeah, and she's shown a frustration with that because that's exactly as you've explained it.
Using the height there, Sherbini, just to... Oh! That combination was lethal. Used that lift. It was all about that lob to reset and diffuse that pressure that she was under.
5-2.
Just got into the floor, front wall floor very quickly. Another winner from the Sherbini racket.
5-2. It's a good response in this third game from Sherbini.
No luck. Clear review, ElSherbini on an no luck decision.
Another review coming in. Sherbini this time. Gohar no reviews.
Landed short, didn't it, Lisa?
And it's clipped the side wall. It's not in the nick. It sits up a bit. That's more of a stroke for me. Or am I just being a bit too excited? What do you think?
If you look on this angle here, the ball's quite short.
She can't get through. Does she have to come up and round?
It's just whether they think the line was straight through the player.
Middle ground for the yes let.
Sherbini has 2 reviews remaining. 5-2 from the right.
Referee saying there was a bit of life to the ball. Not sure what that means. That lob been used to good effect. She's always gone for the straight kill once she sent Gohar up and over. That combination, this one right here, look at that, boom. Tell me someone else on the tour that can do it like that, Camps.
Well, she puts those away for fun, doesn't she?
Up it goes again.
Trouble.
Giving Sherbini another chance to attack. Gohar joining in.
No.
Getting the winner.
Handout.
Incredible use of height
6.
in this last phase from both players.
Down.
Uncharacteristic error from Sherbini.
4-6.
It's a loose shot from Gohar that needed punishing. There's clearly a little bit of tension here, Lisa, between these two.
Oh yeah.
Don't think either has quite produced their best level consistently yet.
4-6. You've lost your reviews. Okay.
Sherbini just wondering what's going on here.
From the left. 4-6. Play on, please. From the left. 4-6.
I'm asking for a review. It's too late.
It's too late now.
I'm asking since I was here.
No, Miss Sherbini, if
She
you
was.
wanna ask
She
for a
actually
review,
was
you need to
asking
do it
when she was
immediately.
stood at the
Now
back
it's
door.
too late. Yeah, I was watching.
Well, the thing was, there was so much going on with
Play on, please. 4-6.
telling Gohar she had no reviews left. He missed Sherbini saying she wanted a review. The decision then comes in, and she goes.
Left. 4-6.
She stood like the warrior princess always does. Oh, we didn't. She didn't actually ask.
Didn't see
straight
that
away.
there, did we? We didn't see that. Fantastic execution there from Gohar.
5-6.
Again, she's responded. Sherbini taking the early points. Take back again.
Similar pattern to the first game, isn't it? Sherbini with the big lead, Gohar creeping her way back in, but not far enough up the scoreboard this time, Sherbini, to close it out. There's work to do here in this third game. I love this angle to see just the position in the middle of the court, both players, and how often they volley. Oh, that was a sneaky one. Curled the ball around into the front left. 1-all, 6-all. Absolutely nothing in it.
Will either girl change the ball?
Oh, that is obliterated into space.
Handout. 7-6.
What a position. Incredible execution. Rotation with the upper body.
Yeah, fantastic winner. So at the end of this third game, a player can choose to opt to change the ball for a new one, which obviously means that there's more life in it again. So the new ball, it's always got more life. So you think either of these players might opt for that, Lisa?
Gohar perhaps.
8-6.
It depends. If she, I will say that the loser will request the new ball after this
8-6.
third.
Well, crucial couple of points for Sherbini now. 2-point buffer.
The hold on the backhand side.
Danger area.
Yes, lad.
Danger area on that middle left volley.
8-6 from the left.
Gohar doesn't want to be putting it there.
Slightly winded there, ElSherbini going through. Gohar just not quite clearing enough for me in that front right. She's given a line, just not quite enough.
Yeah, just needed to clear out a little bit further to the left.
8-6.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
that's a fantastic shot from there.
No one does it like Sherbini.
9-6.
Scampered her feet round, got set up, hits that like no one else. Always finds a way to bring out these winners when it looks like Gohar's.
Yeah, she just backs herself. I mean, she's very good, very skilled, and has the capacity, doesn't she, to just take that ball in from all areas of the court at any point. Trouble now.
This is a classic Nour ElSherbini rally. The dominance on this backhand wall.
Yes, lad. Right box. 9-6.
Contact there on the follow through. The body of Gohar. Which is why I let balls been played. Lovely earrings again from Gohar. Matching yours, Cam. Oh wow.
Hand out. 7-9.
Played this shot. The softer kill. That sixth corner that you speak about, Camps. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's just where you go in with a bit less pace, just cut it in quickly. Makes it hard then to counter. You don't expose yourself so much to the front if you miss the shot, or leave it slightly loose. It's a safe shot to play.
Hand
Got
out.
it in tight, but she's adding these shots in all the time now. You know, we've seen it with the cross-court fade on the volley, cut across the corner into the other part of the court, and then now the straight one.
3 game balls for the Warrior Princess to take a 2-1 lead.
Down.
Oh, and the error. Both players been so stingy with their error count. The request of the new ball there from Nouran Gohar.
2-1. Ms. Gohar has requested a new ball, which she's entitled
Initially a
to
great lead for ElSherbini in that third. Gohar worked her way back in as she did in the first. Played the business end really well, Nour ElSherbini. 15 minutes for that third game. Nour ElSherbini, the number 2 seed, leads 2-1. She takes the third 11-7.
Well, it was an early lead again for Sherbini, and until she got pegged back once again by Gohar, but from 6-all, she managed to pull away with some fantastic winning shots from the ElSherbini racket. She managed to take this game, but this match is really on now. I really feel that Gohar needs to up the tempo, get some real tough rallies, extended rallies into ElSherbini, and look to put her under some physical discomfort.
Gaultier is animated as ever, very intense. Sherbini just looking a bit confused there. Maybe just went into thick French. What do you think he's saying here, Camp? Something about the forehand.
The volley, talking about the volley, short long. Show the short one, take it in, send it long. Quite expressive there, Lisa, pointing to those areas of the court, I think.
Let's resume in 30 seconds.
Great influence for Nour ElSherbini in the last few years. So in full position here. Nour ElSherbini leading 2 games to 1.
15 seconds on court, please. Miss ElSherbini. Miss ElSherbini.
So the players will take a couple of minutes here to warm up the new ball requested by Gohar. Something which the players can only do after the 3rd game has been played. The pattern tends to be whoever loses the 3rd game requests the new ball.
Yeah, I just feel that Gohar needs to really light this up now. I don't think she's quite managed to get hold of Sherbini in terms of like those really hard, brutal rallies.
There's glimpses, isn't there?
There's
but
glimpses. It's in phases. It's not enough. Particularly when ElSherbini can put the ball away like she does.
DJ Sharstay has been on the decks all week here, giving us really fun, vibrant energy. The crowd, colour coordinated with the players as well. Love that.
I think the ball will help though, Lisa. The new ball. Get some heat in there. Start thumping it around a bit more. You can see Sherbini's using the height to try and nullify that as best she can and get Gohar reaching.
Move it back.
Doesn't want Gohar settled over, so she's able to wind up and really, you know, punish the drives and get the power.
It also just creates a lot of space in the front, doesn't it? When you have a when you lob a player, you get them initially moving back with the body weight.
Yeah.
More often than not having to travel to the back of the court. And then they can't really attack as well from that position of the court. So it's an opportunity for the opponent to then move up the court and hunt that next ball into the front where the space has been created.
An interesting tactic here, I think, between these two right now, because I feel that Gohar's the one that needs to be getting under Sherbini's volley with the power. You know, and really work her to the back quickly with powerful drives, whereas with Sherbini, I feel she needs to go over.
Hand out. 1 love.
So let's see if this 4th game is going to be about overs and unders. Talking of overs and unders, there's a jump rope competition going on outside. Did you see that when you come in?
I did. I was trying to work out what that was.
A game of over and unders.
Hand out. 1-all.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? When you're playing against ElSherbini, you know, if you're Gohar here and you know you're leaving it just slightly off the wall, a bit short, it's just tension, isn't it? It's a great hold.
No let.
Well, that stayed very short, Lisa.
Well, that's the reason why it's given an all-out, isn't
No
it?
let, winning shot.
Gohar just trapped,
2-1
a bit
from
deep.
the left. Court service, please. Can you show them?
4 British Open finals these two have played in. 3 out of the 4 camps have gone to 5 sets. So statistics would say this match is far from over.
Well, no surprise. I mean, they're 2 great players. Not going to let it go easily, both champions.
2-1.
There's a power. Just needs more of that, really.
Oh, it's what we call a taxi. Gohar being held for so long and then thinking that the cross was coming, sent the wrong way. And that's because that lob has been coming in from Sherbini often. just got herself set enough for the straight drop.
It's on the racket again, look.
Up she goes.
Back again.
Oh!
Out.
Wasn't far away.
Hand out.
Certainly the right shot.
2-3.
We'll see it here as the ball comes out of court. That way of shot. I mean, this is also a pattern we've seen with Sherbini as the match duration goes on this week.
4-2.
The weight of shot accuracy into the back improves. And this is with a new ball as well, Camps.
Yeah, well, she's sensing this now. She's really on the march, Sherbini.
Oh.
Yes, slut. Safety. Right box.
Well, I think that's definitely a good idea that she didn't hit that ball.
4-2.
Up she goes.
Another pattern there.
Definitely looking for that combination, isn't she?
Down.
The lift up and
Characteristic
the
miss.
straight kill down.
Yeah, definitely.
Hand out. 3-4.
That's a big opportunity for her there. Oh, it's wonderful skill. Showed the straight backhand drop and just at the very last second just turned it across the face of the front wall.
5-3.
Beautiful shot.
That drop shot just really didn't need to clip the side wall from Gohar. That's what put her in so much trouble.
Yes, slut. 5. Yeah, I saw it. That's why it's
She has
yes,
no
slut.
review.
5-3.
A lot of traffic there.
ElSherbini just looking very calm, very settled. Just enjoying playing.
She's not out of this though, Gohar.
No let. Player review ElSherbini on a no let decision.
Well, Sherbini does have a review
Please,
left.
Miss ElSherbini, there's no need for any. Yeah, there is no need for any comments during the review.
So she wants to volley this. Just
Stood
been
on her foot.
knocked off balance. Yeah, just catching the foot. It's the right foot that she catches.
No let decision upheld. ElSherbini has one review remaining. Hand out. 4-5.
Well, as I said, Camps, Gohar not far away. Certainly not out of this match at all. Needs to make a convincing move now for a consistent period of time.
Yeah, she needs to get those balls through like that line. It's short again there, but that's just the wrong shot completely.
That looked like a double bounce.
Stop.
Big double,
saw
I
the
think.
corner up. Hold up.
2 bounces.
Front right corner, I'm sure. Yeah. I can't check. Hand out. 6-4.
Well, if I was Nour ElSherbini, I'd be happy to check it. There it goes, double bounce
just
just
have
there.
conclusive evidence it was a not up. Hand out.
I think that's why ElSherbini
Hand out.
offered to have it checked, because she knew.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. 6-4.
That last rally, Camps, you could tell there was a shift from Gohar. Despite not coming out as the winner, she was trying to rev it up, wasn't she? She was hitting a bit harder, trying to get through with power, but she's not accurate in doing it, and that's what's allowing ElSherbini to stay in these rallies and just tidy up really around the front.
Yeah, she's not really got hold of this this match in terms of that directing it into the right kind of areas. It's been a bit half court, a bit loose. I mean, that was off the wall again, a bit high.
ElSherbini has just been incredibly deceptive. The amount of times that Gohar's having to hold the movement, go one way, adjust her footwork to go another way.
And she's just punishing the loose stuff. You know, things that are loose mid-court, she's just putting it away. Just can't leave that. It's too available for her. I mean, like both of these girls, you can't write either of them off at any stage, but that's better. But she needs a consistency here, Lisa.
7. No luck.
She's better from Gohar. Taking the time away, getting in front of ElSherbini.
7-all.
Volleying with that power.
Great timing on that backhand. Ferocious.
7-all. Oh.
Yes, what?
She's been
Gohar,
penalised.
I feel there is a bit of distance to the ball, and
for
you're
the big
looking for your
wraparound.
opponent a bit too much.
The extension on the backswing.
Right,
There's a no let for me.
7-all.
Not quite so sure why she went so far back when the ball was in a different direction.
Yeah, we've seen them being given as no lets. Gohar trying so desperately to speed this pace up, get onto the ball and hit. ElSherbini just holding, hitting a soft pace.
No luck.
Played the space brilliantly there, ElSherbini. Not giving Gohar any rhythm here.
8-7.
She played that shot really well all match.
Oh, she's dived. She's been caught in the footing there.
Court service, please.
She was caught in the feet of Gohar. She's hurt her knee here. Or her shoulder. She was holding her knee,
She
and
was
I was
holding her
so
knee, but
desperately
I think
hoping
she took a knock on the shoulder as well.
she's come through and landed on it.
Are you okay, Miss ElSherbini?
Asking for the
Physio.
physio.
Do you need some time? Can we have a physio, please?
Oh dear.
So if this says considered self-inflicted, it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes with the physio.
Well, Derek Ryan, PSA physio, called into action here. God, this looks
Miss
painful.
ElSherbini has self-inflicted injury. She has now time to take care of her injury.
I did a similar
up
thing
to
recently,
3
camps in
minutes.
March. I dived and landed on my shoulder and it was awful.
So referee just confirmed 3 minutes because it's an injury. 5 minutes is blood. So yeah, I think she just landed on that and taken a knock. Derek Ryan, the ex-Ireland international, number 7 in the world.
We're just going to take a look here at the accident. She was caught on the legs. Has tried to get round a bit of traffic. Has ended up landing there on that shoulder. It's exactly how I did it in March. Not fun.
Yeah,
The
it's a heavy
impact.
fall.
Yeah. It's painful. The thing is, she's going to have to just keep it moving as much as she can and almost not stop swinging until this match is over.
Were you able to continue?
Yeah. Fortunately, it was in the last game, but the next day was brutal. She'll be all right. She's played through a lot worse. Back spasms, significant knee injuries. And these two are incredible warriors. Nouran Gohar played through a broken nose that required surgery in Qatar at the beginning of the season. She'll come back onto court here and she'll need to hit a few balls.
Like you say, Lisa, important she keeps moving it.
Yeah.
Keeps it moving.
Well, I wouldn't put it past Nour ElSherbini to just come out here, slot 5 next and head home. Oh dear, I just feel like she's doing a good job of hiding the discomfort.
Handout.
Almost not wanting to watch Camps as she hits the ball. There's the trophies. This is what's at stake. A lot of history in these trophies. Legends of the game etched into the silverware.
Handout. 8-all.
So the play back underway. Gohar serving. Tied at 8-all. ElSherbini not been given a let there.
Yeah, just at the hour mark now. It's a great variation from Gohar, the backhand trickle boast.
9-8.
One of the shots that she's been adding over the last 18 months.
She's absolutely gone for it. Oh dear. She's all over the place
So
here,
good.
ElSherbini.
You want to review? Player review, ElSherbini on a good decision. Please check the pickup of Ms. Gohar in the back left corner.
Taking another look at this. That's
Oh,
a
it's a
double
double.
bounce.
That's the third one
That's
of the
the
match.
I thought it was
Third
the
double of
fourth,
the match.
Camps. I mean, you know, as a player, you know, don't you? Sometimes you don't, but more often than not,
Not good decision.
you know
overruled.
that you've taken a
ElSherbini
double
You
has
wouldn't
bounce.
know on the ones that are more inconclusive, but these are not
Point to
inconclusive.
ElSherbini.
they're nowhere near
Handout.
inconclusive.
9-all.
Tell you what, her shoulder might hurt, but her eyes are dialed right in. 9-all. Oh, taxi for ElSherbini.
Handout. 10-9. Game ball.
Gohar marching off to the service box. ElSherbini's been mentally a bit out of sorts. She's come back on court from the injury break. The chance here for ElSherbini.
No luck. No, you just run into your opponent.
No review available for Gohar. She's used them up.
Handout. 10-all. A player must win by 2 points.
Brutal line. We've seen Gohar being trapped mid-court a lot with ElSherbini hitting that straight line down the backhand. Such a deceptive swing. 10-all. She's got it.
Yes, Lutz.
Should have been
10-all.
better swinging.
Yeah, I mean,
Player
it's
must win by 2 points.
very close to a stroke. If
It is
not,
very close, but the risk that you take, I know you don't, I'm not encouraging that players should hit each other, of course, but with the space that was there and she just wasn't sure in a moment like that. Oh, that is tidy work from Gohar.
it's a good finish.
Handout.
Traps on left.
11-10. Game ball.
Bit loose on the volley this time from ElSherbini.
Game ball for the Terminator.
Out. Ball was out. Miss Gohar, ball was out.
This is so bad. I swear it wasn't out.
Miss Gohar.
I swear it wasn't out.
Miss
We're
Gohar,
going
I
to
called
put
the ball
ourselves,
out.
we're just going
If
to
there
take a
would
look
be
at this.
conclusive evidence, we would be told
This is
so.
just for us, camps.
This is seriously ask her. Seriously. It's not an out.
Handouts, 11 all.
It's not out.
Oh, that's
We
it.
have a conclusive evidence
Is it?
now. It's touched the line.
Oh, okay.
I thought it touched the line.
What did
The
you?
outline on the front wall. We have a conclusive evidence at the moment, so handout, 11 all.
I think that's in. I still think that's in.
So just under the line, maybe.
Yeah.
11 all.
Well, Gohar absolutely furious. He's going to have to gather those emotions and just put them in a box. Yeah, it's that boast. It's been absolutely brutal at times for Sherbini.
12-11. Game ball.
She has caught ElSherbini a few times with that. She used that well.
Game ball for Gohar.
Ah,
Oh, and the header.
13-11.
Clench fists of the Terminator. 4 finals, this is the 5th.
2 games all.
And it's the 4th one that's gone to 5 between these two here at the British Open. 2 best players in the world, tied at 2-all. 19 minutes for that 4th game of the new ball. 66 minutes in total, tied here, 2-all into a decider.
Well, it's another 5-setter between these two greats. And just wonder how much that fall with the shoulder injury just had an impact on Sherbini. Don't know whether that actually just rocked her slightly. We don't know how much discomfort she's actually in. But for me, she's been using her height very well. Just trying to push Gohar back. Came very close to perhaps taking this title towards the end of that 4th. But Gohar really responding, using that boast to great effect. And, this is impressive from her. Don't feel like she's played her best squash yet, as she still finds herself at 2-all.
Very good point, actually, Camps, because it's been nowhere near the level that we know that she can play. But that's credit to Sherbini. You have to say the quality that she's producing here, the way that she's really disrupting the movement patterns, and also the pace of Gohar.
It probably creates a bit of tension on Gohar that she knows that, if the ball's off the wall slightly or it's half court on a volley. I mean, how many backhand volley winners has she put away today?
$15 seconds. Back on ball, please. Time. 2 games all. Gohar to serve. Each player has 1 review available. Level. Play on, please. Level. Level.
Well, the 5th and final game between the world number 1 and the world number 2 in their 5th British Open final.
Yes, Hut. Gohar, I still feel that there is enough room for... Yeah, I know, but there is enough room for you to play the shot, please.
Well,
Bubble.
it's been around about 35 minutes of play that Gohar's not had a review, but with this being in the 5th and final game, both players have 1 review available.
Down.
That was down. That's the type of shot that she's been playing, and it's been having a good effect on Sherbini, though, especially when Sherbini's been behind her.
Yeah, she's been attacking that really well throughout this match. That backhand low kill. Been a good shot for her.
No lot. There is no interference.
Yeah, why didn't she play that?
1-all.
Why did she not play that?
Two all, 1-all. Oh, that boast didn't fool Sherbini that time.
Fantastic counter drop. Look at the quality of that, the control in the racket face.
2-1.
She plays this. Great touch. Hesitant on that forehand drop there, Lisa.
I think because she's now got that hold available to her, I think sometimes she's not sure whether to just put the quick straight drop in or whether to use that hold.
That drop was a bit high as well, though. Might be a few nerves flying around. Oh,
Just as I was about to say, they are human. Sherbini produces a shot like that. How does she do it?
Shows a backhand
3-1.
drop. Look at that. So you see how she approached for the footwork. She's lining that up for straight or cross court. It's very difficult to read. Very difficult. In fact, the world number one doesn't read it, so.
Down.
Oh, that is a big miss.
There's some tension here, you know, with Gohar
Oh,
right
it's never
now.
left since love all
4-1.
camps. It's been there.
Yeah.
But the aggressive tension has now turned to nervy tension, hasn't it?
Well, this is where I think, you know, when you are feeling like this, just get the pace up, get hit through the ball, make it tough, and stay away from the front corners for a little while. And here we go, look, there's a response.
Video referee decision on Miss Sherbini's appeal. Let's check the distance to the ball. Can you go
Wrong
to
option
the
for me,
top
that, Lisa. Came in
Miss
at
Gohar,
it quite
please.
straight. I just take that across, and a
Can't
power
have
drive
any more
across
comments, otherwise I will use
across the
code
body.
conduct.
Well, she didn't quite expect it to jut out from Sherbini. It's come out into the middle, and she hasn't adjusted her footwork.
Shoelaces undone as well.
So what will be taken into consideration is how short is that ball up the court. Because she sets off at the back of the service box there, Sherbini.
Yes, Lutz.
Decision.
Miss ElSherbini to serve from the right. 4-1.
Shot.
That's a lovely shot. I like that shot from Gohar.
2-4.
It's relatively new, not the shot itself, but the way she's hitting it, a bit softer, so it stays up the court, and also because it's softer, if it does clip the side ball, it is still quite far up for the opponent.
Down.
That was
3-4.
well, awful by Sherbini's standards. That was a big opportunity
Yeah,
there.
you don't really ever see Sherbini put it into. It didn't even make the tin.
I told you they were human, Camps. Not many believe me, these two are human.
You can see the nerves are in there, aren't they, right now?
Out.
Couldn't see the out of court line there.
4-all.
Just out of the shot, but no arguments from ElSherbini.
That 4-1 lead. That one's out. 2-all, 4-all.
Well, a quick fire response, 4-1 down. And it's Gohar's turn to start firing in.
Severity on that.
5-4.
Almost feel like she needed to go down in this initial part of the fifth to get rid of those nerves.
That's a fantastic shot at this stage of the match. Oh, this is getting tense now, Lisa. So much at stake.
No.
Oh, dear.
No, play on, please. Play on, please. ElSherbini, we just had a court service 4 release back. There is no reason to. 6-4.
That's exactly that's what she's saying. 5 points in a row. Can I not go for a... Needs a mental towel break. That's what she needs. Gohar pressing on. All the momentum with her in this fifth game. Oh, wow.
It's on a racket, got punished.
7-4.
Body language between these two is so different. Sherbini's kind of deflated, ambling around. Gohar pressing on. A lot of electricity flowing through her.
6 points in a row. Massive momentum now.
Oh, she's guessed. She's opening up the court. Sherbini
Yes.
here.
Can I ask you to go to towel now as well, Ms. Gohar?
We're going to go have a
Good.
little towel
Okay.
break here, both players. Beanie needs this towel break. Again, you can never write her off.
8.
Gohar knows all too well about that. Gregory Gaultier. No fingernails left. Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, she's used that well again.
Skipping off to the service box.
9-4.
5-point lead in this fifth game.
It's that 2-wall boast where she runs away from you like that. Very difficult to deal with.
This is absolutely relentless.
She's picked the pace up and she's volleying. She's on the march here.
No let for Sherbini. What a response from Gohar.
10-4.
Just took a
championship
tiny
ball.
drop off for Nour ElSherbini, and Gohar's jumped right in. 6 match balls. It's all just happened so fast here, Camps. The end, and there it goes, just one needed. What a response from the Terminator.
Match to Gohar. 3 games to 2.
Most of this match has not really had a
9-11,
consistent
12-10,
patch where she's
7-11,
led Nour ElSherbini.
13-11.
To say,
11-4.
Warrior Princess, complete control at times. Never really looked herself since she had that tumble and hurt her shoulder. She lost out in the semi-final of the World Championships. Then won in Palm Hills, the sponsor that's on her top, the gold event. She's a defending champion here, and she's now retained that title. 2 tournaments back-to-back, Palm Hills British Open. This one will mean a lot to her. Just congratulating Zach Alexander. He's been a big influence for her. We're going to hear from her with Vanessa in just a second, but look at this. Look at this response. It means the world. Relief there from Gohar.
Nouran, wow, you had to dig very deep there. You were down in the fourth game, 4-1 down again in the fifth. What was the internal dialogue going on at that moment that enabled you to get through that?
There was a lot of dialogues actually. It was quite intense in here. But actually, the thing that went with me at 4-1, I was like, if you were, I'm very competitive in practice matches, and I hate losing against guys even in practice matches. So I was like, if that was a practice match, would you do this? That's actually what happened. And if Haitham is sitting out there and Zach was like, come on, come on. So I was like, you need to think about it that way. And the crowd pushed me so hard. Like, they kept on like cheering for every good point. So I was like, I want to give them more shots, more good shots, and it definitely helped. Yeah, I truly enjoyed myself out there today. It was very, very tough. I mean, just one word about Sherbini. She's just incredible. Like, and I was just thinking about it yesterday, to be sharing this big rivalry with her. Not a lot of people know this, but the first final of any platinum we played was back in 2016 when we were 18 and 20. So that's just crazy thinking about this, and living this rivalry is just a very big honor for me. And yeah, she just brings the best out of me, and to be honest, I missed these big matches. I haven't been playing with her for 6 months, and I wanted to get everything out today.
Well, that kind of answers my next question, because I counted how many major finals you've played, and this was number 25, just between the two of you. So you are literally writing squash history as you're going, and nowhere near an end. Are you sort of aware of that, of how huge it is and what you two are doing together?
Yeah, obviously it gets very, very competitive, but it's always with a lot of respect. I respect her very much, and I feel the same from her. So yeah, it's just incredible. And again, I think I'm not okay if she retires anytime soon, because I want to keep on having these big battles, and I think this makes our game elevate even more. We keep on bringing the best out of each other, so I'm not okay if she retires anytime soon.
Hopefully not. We're looking forward to many more finals between the two of you. We'll hear from you later on during the trophy ceremony, Nouran. For now, savour the moment. Your British Open champion of 2025, Nouran Gohar.
A lovely interview there with the Terminator. Don't know how she does it.